What if Naruto just didn't care? I mean, really, what if he just stopped trying? We all know the story, the outcast kid, hated by his village, who screams his dream of becoming Hokage from the rooftops. But what if one day, after another cold shoulder, another hateful glare, he just gave up? Let's explore that. Picture a young Naruto, maybe 6 or 7 years old. He's sitting on his sleigh, Booty's team, there along his eyes. There's just emptiness. The taunts of Monster and Demon Fox no longer sting. They're just background noise. He doesn't pull pranks for attention anymore. Why bother? It never works. He just goes home to his empty apartment, eats his cup ramen in silence, and goes to sleep. At the academy, Iruka-sensei tries to connect with him, but Naruto's wall is impenetrable. He doesn't answer questions, doesn't participate in sparring, and barely passes his tests. He does just enough to not get kicked out, but not an ounce more. He sees no point in being the best when everyone has already decided he's the worst. The third Hokage, Hiruzen, watches from his crystal ball with a heavy heart. He sees the spark is gone and worries, but his duties keep him from intervening directly. When Team 7 is formed, it's a disaster. Kakashi tries his bell test, expecting a hyperactive knucklehead. Instead, he gets a ghost. Naruto doesn't even try. He sits under a tree and watches Sasuke and Sakura fail. When Kakashi confronts him, asking why he didn't help his teammates, Naruto just shrugs. They don't like me. Why would I help them? Kakashi, the jaded ex-Sanbu, is taken aback. He's seen apathy, but this is different. This is a complete absence of will. The first mission to the Land of Waves changes nothing. When Sabusa appears, Naruto doesn't have his I won't run away moment. He hides. He freezes. Not out of fear, but out of a profound sense of this isn't my problem. It's Sasuke who has to carry the team. It's Sakura who has to protect Tazuna. Naruto is just a liability. During the fight on the bridge, Haku's mirrors trap Sasuke. Naruto, seeing this, doesn't get a surge of protective rage. He just watches, detached. Perhaps Sasuke's near-death experience is what finally forces Naruto to act, but not out of friendship. It's pure, primal survival. He taps into the Kyuubi's chakra, not to save his rival, but to save himself. It's ugly, uncontrolled, and terrifies everyone, including himself. Back in Konoha, Team 7 is on the verge of collapse. Kakashi reports to the Hokage that Naruto is unmotivated and a danger to the team. Sasuke, instead of seeing a rival, sees a pathetic weakling and despises him even more. His desire to leave the village for Orochimaru's power only grows stronger, seeing how weak his supposed teammates are. Sakura is just scared of Naruto, especially after seeing the raw, red chakra on the bridge. The Chunin exams arrive. Naruto signs up, but only because he's told to. In the Forest of Death, when Orochimaru attacks, Naruto is useless. He doesn't have the will to fight. Sasuke gets the curse mark, and the encounter leaves him more convinced than ever that he needs to abandon Konoha. In the preliminary rounds, Naruto is pitted against Kiba. The fight is a joke. Naruto has no strategy, no drive. He likely loses, not with a bang, but with a whimper. He simply gives up midway through the match, unable to be bothered with the effort. Without Naruto's influence, Gaara remains an unstable monster. During the Konoha Crush, he rampages through the village, and there's no one with a shared Jinchuriki experience to talk him down. There's no epic toad-summoning battle. Gaara causes immense destruction, possibly even killing many key shinobi before he's either subdued or forced to retreat. The third Hokage still dies fighting Orochimaru, but the village's morale is shattered. Jiraiya returns to the village and finds a completely broken kid. He tries to take Naruto on as his student, hoping to find the spirit of his old student, Minato, but he finds nothing. The training trip is a bust. Naruto learns the Rasengan, maybe, but only as a mechanical exercise. He has no purpose for it. Jiraiya can't teach him to control the Nine-Tails chakra because Naruto has no emotional anchor, no dream to fight for. The Kyuubi's will is far stronger than Naruto's non-existent one. When the Akatsuki make their move, it's a slaughter. Deidara and Sasori come for Gaara, and without Naruto's intervention, they succeed much more easily. Gaara dies, and the Sand village becomes an enemy of the Leaf, blaming them for their failure to protect the Kozakage. When it's Naruto's turn, who comes to save him? His friends. He never made any. Kakashi might try, but against S-rank criminals, he's outmatched. Naruto, apathetic to the end, is captured. The Akatsuki extract the Nine-Tails. And Naruto dies, just like that. Noepeik fige acheté, norescu arc. His story ends not with a triumphant roar, but with a silent fade to black. With all the tailed beasts gathered, Pain launches his assault on the world, and there is no child of prophecy to stop him. The infinite, Tsukuyomi, becomes an inevitability. The entire world is plunged into an eternal dream. All because one lonely little boy decided it wasn't worth it to care anymore. It's a dark timeline, isn't it? It shows us that Naruto's greatest power wasn't the Rasengan or the Nine-Tails. It was his unshakable will, his stubborn refusal to give up on himself and on others, even when they had given up on him. His ability to care, to feel, to connect, that was the real jutsu that saved the world. So next time you feel like giving up, remember Naruto. Remember that sometimes just choosing to care can change everything. Thanks for watching.